Guys, Pretzelman945 here. Welcome back to another video. Um, in today's video, I'm gonna be doing something I'm a bit late to, which is um giving my opinions on the 2026 Anime Awards. Now I have already seen them because I watched Gigak's video on it, and I also had looked at it myself because I was curious. But I wanted to make my own video giving my in-depth thoughts about it. Um, so we're on Crunchyroll News here. It's the easiest place I could find to see it. And I'm not gonna jump to any of these. We're just gonna kind of go by each one. Okay, so I guess we're starting off with the biggest one here. Anime of the year, MHA final season. And honestly, like I'm pretty sure I said this in my original video where I voted on it. I'm perfectly okay with this because MHA finale was like I don't remember where it ranked on my on last year's list for me. Like one or two? No, it wasn't number one because that was Apothecary Diaries. Uh, To Be Hero X would be slotted at number two. MHA was like three or four with To Be Hero X in there. I think it was like my second favorite of last year. Uh, I mean, I'm like, would I have preferred Apothecary Diaries to win? Obviously, yes. But I am very happy that MHA won because the final season was genuinely that good. So, you know what? I'm actually okay with this. I really am. Film of the year, Demon Slayer. This is like exactly what I expected. I don't think it could have been anything else but this. Now, after having seen 100 meters, I certainly think that 100 meters is the movie that deserved this award because it was a better movie, in my opinion. That being said, I still really enjoyed Infinity Castle, and I'm not like that crazy upset with it winning Film of the Year just because it's something that I knew was going to happen. Um, Same thing with Best Continuing Series being One Piece. Um, I'm curious, like, I don't really think it's going to affect it doing this, but I am curious as to whether One Piece going seasonal will affect its ability to continue this being the One Piece Award. But again, not surprised. I mean, One Piece is One Piece, and I love it, so I will never be upset at this. Okay, best new series being Gotchi. I don't hate this, but there are other ones that I thought were better that I would have preferred to see get this award. Um, uh, Primarily being Takapi's Original Sin, um, because that was one of my favorite animes of last year, and it did not win any awards, surprisingly. Yeah, a little bit of a spoiler, but yes. Well, I mean, I don't want to say spoiler. It's been like a week since this concluded. I assume everyone has seen these. Um, uh, I really was hoping for Taco P to win at least one award. That would have been my choice for best new series. I'm not like completely upset that Gachi could have won this because I did really enjoy it. Okay, so this is the one. This is the one where that we really gotta talk about because um Lazarus winning best original anime. I'm not like disappointed in this. I mean, I am because I really wanted Apocalypse Hotel to win. Uh, but like, I would have also been fine if Zenshu or Gundam G Pups won. Um, I guess I'm surprised is the best emotion for this because don't get me wrong, I enjoy Lazarus. I thought it was a fun show. I thought it had some cool characters. I thought that the premise was cool. But that's the main problem with Lazarus as a show is the fact that it did not have enough of a momentum given the um direness of the plot. Um And I can describe this pretty accurately, I think, this feeling of mine, because there are several animes this season which I feel like are suffering from this same kind of issue, where the idea of the characters was invented first before the plot was fully laid out. And I think that that's something that this uh, show suffered from. Um, and so, I mean, I still enjoy it. I think it's a good show, like 7 out of 10. I is my mouse score for it, but I do not think it deserved to win best original anime. I was really pining for Apocalypse Hotel to get that spot. But also like either G-Quux or Zenshi were both very good shows that I would have been very happy to see. So I don't know. On Lazarus. Okay. So I am very thankful that God, I really hope that we do not ever have uh a anime awards that was as bad as the solo leveling sweep. Um I really hope that that never happens again. And honestly, I should have made a video on it at the time. It probably would have been a funny to see me rant about that. Uh, but solo leveling I feel like had to win something. And I'm not saying that because I thought it should win something. I'm saying that because the because of the ridiculous popularity of solo leveling, especially with season 2 last year. Um, that being said, solo leveling won 2 awards on here, which are not next to each other. Best animation and best action. I'll get to the. Well, I mean, the best action is kind of the same, but I'll talk about that a little bit separately when we get to it as to who I thought should have won for that. Best animation. Look, Solo Leveling did have incredible animation, but um, it's not on this list because they were Dongwa that were not produced in Japan, so therefore they didn't uh, pressingly meet the criteria for the anime awards. But last year alone, Lord of the Mysteries and To Be Hero X are two of the shows that have some of the best and most insane production values and action animation of any TV show, not even just anime, any TV show I have ever seen, period, in my lifetime. And, like, Solo leveling compared to both of those is like comparing One Punch Man season 3 to Solo leveling season 2. Um, Even just within these nominations, there are many of these that I thought just had better animation than Solo leveling, despite the fact it was very good. MHA final season, uh, the animation in that is like the best I've ever seen from MHA. Some of those sequences, my God, they were beautiful. Also, the One Piece episodes, like my God, One Piece has just been cooking. Oh, has been cooking so hard with both Egghead and now like the beginning of Elbaf this year. And some of those Egghead episodes. easily clear solo leveling in terms of animation. Takapi's Original Sin also, I think, had better animation and direction. Um, uh, so I mean, like this was a very expected win to me. I'm not like upset about it, but I think that there were better options. Best character design in Gachi Yakuta. This one, I am actually, I'm actually very happy that this won best character design because, um, of all the things that Gachi Yakuta was nominated for, I think that this is truly the best category that it deserved to win because, um, everything about Gachi Yakuta's world and characters are so stylized, despite the fact that they are wearing and live in drag. Like that part alone, and the fact that there are so many creative, like facial expressions and stuff like that, as you can see, like based on this poster right here. Um, uh, I think that this was an easy win. I'm very happy that Gachi Kuda won this award specifically, because I'm pretty sure this is what I voted. Uh, if it wasn't, then I was absolutely tripping. Uh, and it definitely is the best option out of all these in terms of character design. Best director. So the thing about this is that I don't know very many directors. Um, in terms of like what I know about people in the anime industry, directors is probably my weakest amount of knowledge. Like, I'm very good with studios. I'm very good with like composers. Um, and also like certain mangaka writer names I'm okay with. In terms of like director names and knowing who does what work in animation, I am terrible at that. So all I'm going to say for this is W Apothecary Diaries Award because I want to see that win as many awards as I can because it was my favorite anime from last year. I thought it did have incredible direction, but honestly, I could have said the same thing about every single show that was nominated for this list and many others that weren't nominated last year. So, um, I'm okay with this, but there are probably like 10 other animes, including all of these nominees, that I would have been perfectly happy winning this Best Director award, just because I don't really know directors that well. Best background art being Gachiakuto. So this is another one that I am okay with. Um, if anything, I'm glad that this won compared to other nominations on here, primarily being Danadon and The Summer Hikaru Died, because I don't think that background art was necessarily these one's strength. How Long Generic Romance I thought would have been cool if that won, because that did have a lot of really cool background art. Diddy as well was very, very pretty, although I definitely would have had that for best animation instead. Um, so, um, so yeah, I'm okay with Gachi Akuda winning this. I don't think it's as deserved as the character design one, but I think it's a deserved win. Best romance anime being Fragrant Flower Blooms Within Me or Karuhana. I use both interchangeably. I am extremely happy that this won. I didn't mention it in the best new anime for not winning that because I knew it would win here. I knew it did win here, and I'm very, very glad it did because this was easily the best romance of last year, and I really enjoy the romance in Dandadan, but this was just it's so good, dude. Like the interactions between the two of these characters, the fact that we got a confession within the first season, it was just great pacing. It had none of the tropey bullshit that I hate about a lot of romance animes. Um uh Blue Box is one example where it has a lot of tropes I don't like, and that's why I'm glad it didn't win. And Honey Lemon Soda also was just extremely generic. Um, Ranma Half Season 2, I always like the Ranma Half remakes. I always see much more as comedy or yeah, no, just comedy really compared to romance. So I never wanted to win in the romance category, despite the fact that I love Ron My Half. Um, and My Dress Up Darling season two, I did really enjoy way more than the first season. But ironically enough, it was not for the romance aspects. If anything, those took much more of a back seat in season two in favor of like going off some even cooler cosplays, which I was okay with. But you know, as a result, it even less deserves to win the best romance category. So as a result, I am extremely happy that this won best romance. Okay, I think this is the category that I have the biggest problem with, specifically with the winner. Not a little bit the nominees, but yeah. Um, Donadan should not have won this category. I really like Donadan, I do. And I think it's a great show. I don't even know if I would have nominated it for any awards this year. I don't think I did when I voted, but I honestly don't remember that well. And that's because City should have won this. It just should have. Like City got so robbed in um this awards. Like City was in my top five animes of last year. It's like perfectly tied with Nichijou, who both both of those mangas are made by the same original mangaka, and both of them as animes got incredible adaptations. Both of them are like tied for my favorite comedy anime of all time, and City the Animation was infinitely funnier than Donadon, which is already a pretty funny show, but I'm going to use this comparison again. It's like comparing One Punch Man season 3 to Solo Leveling in terms of like the comedic difference between the two and how much funnier that I found City to be. Dandadan should not have won this. Dress Up Darling had some funny moments, but no. Ranma half I've already explained. Family season three, I would have been disappointed but okay with. Um, because that is actually a comedy. Um, slash slice of life, and I do really enjoy Spy Family. Just like I enjoyed Dandadan, but like, I didn't watch Witch Watch. I'm not gonna comment on that. Um, uh, but like, even this winning, I would have been disappointed and thought it should have gone to City. Dandadan winning, I am just Dandadan winning. I am not happy about. I am not. I think that this is probably the biggest L of the anime awards. Um, because as for example the best action anime and the best animation that I talked about earlier, I think that both of those, like Civil Leveling, I don't hate it as an option even if I thought that every other nominee was better. This one, Dananan, is just a bad choice for this category. Like I think that this is the biggest L of the anime awards. um Uh, best action anime. Okay. So here's the thing with this. Solo Leveling did not deserve to win best animation. I think I made that very clear. Best action? I think I think that like I am okay with this, to be honest. Okay, so I just looked and actually I had voted Donadon for best action because I don't think I wanted Solo Leveling to. I have like major, I guess, PTSD bias, whatever you want to call it, against Solo Leveling because of the 2024 sweep that it had. But honestly, like when I think back on it, there's probably was a better pick because it was so leveling. It feels like there's always a better pick for something, but this one, unlike the animation one, I'm not really that upset at because so leveling did have great action, uh, good animation too. But like I said, there were way better for that. Um, best isekai anime. This is ReZero's award, and I am perfectly okay with that as a massive ReZero fan. I don't really have anything else to say on that. Okay, best drama anime being Apothecary Diaries. So, um, here's the thing. Uh, we as fans of Orb know. Us Orb fans know. Orb got robbed. The thing is, that's part of every award ceremony. Like, here's the thing. Pluto is my favorite anime of all time. I like it way more than Orb did. And despite the fact that I love Orb and Apothecary Diaries, I like Pluto way more than both of those shows. In the 2024 Anime Awards, that got robbed even more than Orb did. It's a thing that happens with award shows. Now, we can be upset about it. We have a right to as fans because we want us as fans, we want our favorite things to win. However, um, something that I have come to realize is part of the reason that people hate the anime awards so much is because they think that their favorite anime gets snubbed. And the point I'm trying to make here is that that is something that happens with every fucking award show. Like, take for example the 2023 Oscars for Best Animated Film. Uh, in my opinion, that should have gone to Across the Spider Verse, but it went to The Boy and the Heron. I didn't mind The Boy and the Heron. I thought it was a mid as fuck film, but it wasn't bad. But like, compared to Across the Spider Verse, the difference is incomparable. But I'm not calling the Oscars a bad ceremony as a whole just because I disagree with that one choice. And I really don't think that we could be doing that to the Anime Awards either. Do the Anime Awards have a lot of problems? Yes, obviously. Otherwise, you know, otherwise there wouldn't be a lot of complaints about it. But I do feel like my point is that that particular complaint is the one that at least I feel like I have kind of seen one of the biggest ones against the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, and I don't really think it's justified because it kind of happened with every anime award show. Um, that was very circular logic. Hey, yes, Orb was snubbed, but like, I voted for this category? Would I have loved to see it win? Yes, I would. I would have loved to see Anne Shirley win that as well, although there's another category I thought would have been way better for that. Um, and also, I would have loved to see something like Takabe's original Sin West win Best Drama because it was a drama. That was great. But am I upset at Apothecary Diaries winning another award? Hell no! um, so that was a lot of very circular yapping to say that I am perfectly okay with Apothecary Diaries winning the best drama anime, even if it's not what I voted. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, I forgot. Okay. So I do think Dananron winning best comedy is the biggest L of this award, but I'm also not happy that Spy Family won best slice of life. I'm not like I don't think it's as bad. as Dananai winning best comedy, but um I'm not happy about it. Um Uh, I mean, first off, the thing that this is the category whose dominations I'm the most upset with, chiefly. Dress Up Darling season two should not be here. Blue Box should not be here. As much as I love Fragrant Flowers, that also should not be here. Um, City the animation, yeah, that's probably okay if that stays. Um, uh, I feel like these three were the only valid nominations for this category, but I'll tell you why I'm disappointed in this is because I wanted Anne Shirley to win. Um, I think that, in the example I was just talking about, uh, I think that Anne Shirley got so robbed at last year's at like this awards in terms of like it was not talked about at all. It's such an underrated gem of an anime. Um, it is a beautiful slice of life story that I again, as I said, I would have also been very happy if that won Best Drama. Either one of these it was nominated for, I would have been so happy with. Uh, And I don't know. In comparison to Anne Shirley, I thought that Spy Family season three was a lot worse. So that's the main reason I don't know. I'm not upset at the award winning exactly. What I am more upset at is the specific nominees in here because even though Spy Family might still have won and I wanted Anne Shirley to win more, I think that the biggest issue with this is the fact that half of these are romance animes, and that just doesn't make sense. But we have a massive redemption here. I cannot explain how massive of a redemption this is because Sung Jin Woo, you piece of shit, you did not win Best Main Character. And oh my god, if this happened again, if this happened again, I genuinely would have like lost faith in humanity. Because like Sung Jin Woo winning over Frieren and Mao Mao in the first place was just of all the bad stuff created by the soul leveling sweep. Sung Jin Woo winning best main character over Frieren and Mao Mao, in my opinion, was by far the most unforgivable sin that that happened in that award ceremony. Um and uh and I was so relieved to see that Mao Mao won this. Like he deserves it even more after season two, in my opinion. Because in the 2024 Anime Awards, I would have voted Frieren as a better character. Now with season two, I think Mao is better than Frieren. Um, uh, because I think I explained that in my protagonist list. Mao was quite a bit higher than Frieren was. Um, and I think that she's a better female character. Um, but honestly, I am just primarily so happy that Sung Jin Woo did not win. This is the biggest W of the Anime Awards this year by far. I'm so happy that this piece of shit did not win Best Main Character. Um, Honestly, I'm also like partly so happy that Mao Mao won because I fucking love Mao Mao. Honestly, I wouldn't have even been okay. I would have been a little upset if it was any of these other characters except for Mao Mao, but I wouldn't have been as traumatized if any of these won compared to if Sung Jin Woo won 2 years in a fucking row. Um, So yes, I'm so happy that my goat Mau Mau won this award. Oh my god. uh okay, this is one to talk about right here. So, um I think I have made it quite known on this channel I am a Bakugo hater. I don't think that he's a well executed character from the start of the series. That being said, if we are isolating the existence of season 8 alone of MHA, Bakugo is great. I I cannot deny that despite all my Bakugo hate. In season 8, he was great. He had some fantastic moments. However, neither of them compare to the development that both Jinchi or Lowon got in Apothecary Diaries season 2. Um, it doesn't say who I don't remember if I voted Lowon or Jinchi as best supporting character. I voted one of these two. Um, as I'm sitting here right now, I would vote Lowon again, but I might have voted Jinchi then, and my mind might change tomorrow on that question. Um, so like this is one that I take with great grief because I can accept it because he had some great moments, but in my opinion, it fails in comparison to the development that Jinchi and Lowon got. Um, in Apothecary Diary season two, but at the same time, I'm also like not surprised that Bakugo won. Um, okay, so Giga in his own video on this said that Crunchyroll needs to take away this award, and I couldn't agree more with that because like Anya is just going to win this every time. This is like I said it in my initial voting video. I remember saying it. This is just the Anya award. And I don't even know why this is a category because it doesn't even seem to fit in to the rest of the awards. And so that to me would be like, I guess, my biggest criticism for the anime awards because, similar to what Giga said, I want to see this improve. I don't feel like, well, you know, excluding the 2024 Soul Leveling sweep, I don't feel like this is a bad institution, unless Soul Leveling wins every fucking category. But I do think some changes need to be made to it, and I have criticisms of it. I want to see it improve. This is one of the things that I think needs to go. This needs to change. They need to either put in some new categories or mainly just get rid of this one entirely because Anya is just going to win this every time. Um, Anime songs, I mean, like, I have heard this opening even though I didn't watch the Chainsaw Man movie, and it's a banger because Kenshi Yonezu is the GOAT. Um, but like all of these were probably good options to me. Uh, Even from the ones I didn't watch, I've heard it in clips of like opening quiz videos and stuff like that. So, they're probably good options for that as well. Um, okay. Look, Demon Slayer had good music to me, but like it should have been Apothecary Diaries, dude. Like, in my opinion, the Apothecary Diaries score like slams all of these, especially in season two. Um, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a Kevin Penkin stan. This was done by three fantastic composers that are listed here. All of them have their separate parts of the soundtrack, and I feel like they each contribute different things to the Apothecary Diaries score and the three of them together just make this like yeah this Apothecary Diaries in my opinion should have won, not Demon Slayer. Best opening sequence, I mean, I think all of these were pretty solid. I don't really have anything to say. Same thing with ending sequence. Um, but I'm very happy that Aoi Yuki won this because she's probably my favorite female or my favorite voice actress, I should say, Japanese voice actress. Despite the fact that I'm sure all these actors did that, all these did an incredible job, even from the ones that I didn't see, mainly the Chainsaw Man nominations. Like the actor for Yoshiki was very good. The actor for Deku is great. The actor for Luffy is like, I mean, he's legendary in the anime scene. So like, I wouldn't have even been mad if she was won this award even. Um, but I'm also happy to see that Aoi Yuki win this because her performance as Mao Mao is just incredible. We're going to skip past these just because, like, I'm sure all of these voice actors did a great job, but I don't watch anime in Arabic, Brazilian Portuguese, Spanish, oh, okay. I will briefly mention this. Well, actually, I don't even think I need to because like all of these incredible English voice actors. Although I am honestly extremely surprised that Alex Wu was not uh is that his name? I'm gonna feel stupid for this. Alex Lee, not Alex Wu. It's mixing. Oh my god. Uh, I don't believe that he could have won this, but like, well, I mean, I don't know. He was probably as good at I didn't really watch that many dubs from last year. Certainly not any of the ones that were nominated, although I will say W. Sondag for getting a at least one nomination for some category because uh that was like one of my favorite underrated gems from last year. Um so this guy, I'm sure he did a great job as Akaza. When I went to watch Infinity Castle, I watched it in sub. But my friend said the dub was very good. So I mean, I'm sure that this guy did a great job. I'm sure all these voice actors did a great job. Same thing with the French, the German, the Hindi, the Italian, the Latin Spanish, and also the Latin Spanish, and that's the last one. Okay. Um, but yeah, to sum up my overall thoughts on this, like this is kind of exactly what I expected of it. There are several that I'm quite happy about. There are several that I'm quite disappointed in. Uh, but I feel like this is a massive improvement on the disaster that was the Soul Level and Sleep of 2024. But I feel like any anime awards from now on, at least I hope, will be better than that disaster. Um, and yeah, uh, overall, this is exactly kind of what I expected from it. There were some things I liked. There were some things I was very disappointed on. You heard my criticisms for the anime awards for this year. Um, Let me know what you thought. Did your favorite animes win any categories? And if not, which of you have liked to win what categories? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you all later. Bye bye.